fans, to another action-packed hour of Universal Independent Wrestling. On the card this week, you're going to see the Wild Thing, AJ Fritzoid. Axel Rotten is here, as well as Neil the Power Superior and the King Kalua, the #1 free agent in professional wrestling. Also in singles competition, it's Agony of the Lords of Darkness taking on Johnny Stonewall Lawler. Bubba Monroe takes on Sledgehammer McGill. And in the big feature event, it's Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter, going up against the Golden Phoenix. Lots of action, lots of wrestling. Let's go right to the ring.
Time to get wild. The Wild Thing, AJ Fritzoid, showing his appreciation for the fans, slapping their hands. They love this guy.
Now, AJ Fritzoid is a man that I have seen wrestle before and was very impressed. Coming at you with all the intensity of the best nose guard you'd see in college football.
Yep.
Built like a fire hydrant with the center low to the ground, and that's the perfect build for a wrestler. With
an awesome aerial attack to boot as Kerry Davis trying to get that second victory, going right to work on the Wild Thing. This isn't smart. The Wild Thing, he may love the fans, but he has a bad temper. I've seen it come out in his run-ins with Axel Rotten. Believe me, those two, we could go on for hours talking about that one.
I guess you would say the Rude Dog has some distemper here.
Yes. The Wild Thing, AJ Fritzoid, and Axel Rotten. When that match finally does take place, Craig, the roof is going to explode off the building.
Just the mere size of those two going at each other. I think AJ's had enough. Time to get busy.
Going to work with some elbow. He hasn't even bothered to take off his tie-dye shirt yet. Takes Kerry right to the ropes. Hard shoulder block. That fire hydrant build coming into play there that you mentioned. The Wild Thing picking up AJ for a, looks like it could be a shoulder breaker perhaps. No, running power slam. Drove him right down into the canvas.
I think he thinks this one's done.
Wiped his hands. You want to jump on the back of AJ Fritzoid? That's what you get. That's what he was saying there. As he just standing clothesline out of nowhere. Don't think Kerry was expecting that.
Well, every Rude Dog has his day, but I don't think this is going to be one of them.
I tell you, though, Axel Rotten will have his day soon with AJ Fritz. Oh! I think that was an atomic drop. AJ either forgot to put his knee out, or that's a new version of the maneuver.
I think the Rude Dog has his tail
followed up
between his legs.
By a clothesline there. He won't be sitting down for a few days. The Wild Thing, AJ Fritzoid.
Oh, I think, is it time for a downset hike? No, he's just admiring his work.
He's having a good time in there. There it is. Oh, German suplex. Nailed him with it. That's it. The patented maneuver. Let's take a look at it.
Your winner.
And the impressive belly to back
Fritzoid.
Snapped his neck right down into the canvas. Your winner, the Wild Thing.
We heard from AJ Fritzoid just a few moments ago in these pre-recorded comments.
Hey, baby, this is the Wild Thing, AJ Fritzoid, baby. That's right, Axel Rotten. Every time you break a rule, baby, I'm going to be right there on your butt, baby. You won't be able to do anything without the Wild Thing. Every time you turn around, baby, the Wild Thing is going to be right there grinning in your face, baby. So let me tell you something, Axel. The Wild Thing is coming for you. You won't be able to get away with nothing, baby. Woohoo! Because I'm coming for you.
Wrestling fans, do you want to see live UIW action in your hometown? Just write to the address on your screen, care of Events Coordinator.
Axel Rotten, we just saw AJ Fritzoid. Here's his arch enemy, Axel Rotten, in the ring right now.
And Axel, believe it or not, has his fans here.
Look, demanding that Joe DiCarlo opens the ropes for him. Talking about pompous. This guy.
Well, I was thinking of a word beginning with the letter P, but I think it was more like plump I was thinking of. Now, Axel Rotten.
Now he's giving hell to the ringside ring boy. 2 minutes.
Well, there's your prediction. Oh, now Axel Rotten.
Why is he calling this kid into the ring? Ooh, did he hit him? No, I don't think so. He was threatening. The man from across the pond, as he tells me.
tried out for many British soccer teams. None of them wanted his attitude.
You know, I don't know exactly what the story is. I've heard he's been kicked out of Britain.
The Queen wouldn't want him around there, that's for sure.
I don't know what the story is, but he certainly likes it here in the United States. Been here for quite some time, stirring up trouble everywhere he goes, and most recently with the Wild Thing, AJ Fritzoid. So much hate.
There's Bob Wisman, the opponent for Axel Rotten.
Locking up. Axel right into a side headlock on Mr. Wisman. Axel Rotten, he may be plump, but he can move. For a man his size, he has speed and agility.
You talk about the big men who can move and have agility. Your Bam Bam Bigelows for a prime example. The one time I've seen Axel Rotten, from the things you've told me and the people here in the UIW tell me, he has all the moves down. Axel Rotten, a very good competitor.
Yes, and he's going to need them when he steps into the ring against the Wild Thing, but has his hands full right now with Mr. Bob Wisman, who's grinding in a side headlock. Axel pushes right off. Oh! Wisman must have gotten a lot of momentum to put 300. Do you think he really weighs 301 pounds, Greg? I don't know.
I'd like to be the guy who checks the scale.
Wisman pounding away with all his might. He knows that this is, if he got a victory over Axel Rotten, that would definitely put him at the top of the contenders list. Following up with a clothesline, nice maneuver there. Goes in for a quick cover, but just, the guy's too big, too strong.
Something tells me that Axel Rotten may just be toying with Mr. Wisman.
I don't know. We'll find out. Perhaps you were right.
Yeah.
You were right, Craig. He was just setting him up for the opportunity to take over, and he took it. Wisman in trouble now. Rotten with a body slam.
Oh, the impact on that one.
Wisman just sat up there. I don't know if he was
out of shock, possibly?
Perhaps.
There's the man from Great Britain.
Great Britain, as I like to say.
Yes. Oh, what a clothesline. That one came from across the pond.
He headed him, as the English used to do back in the 1600s with a guillotine. He does it with his arm, too. He could have had it there.
Well, much as they used to have in the Tower of London, not enough punishment, I guess. Wisman kicked out, but I'm not so sure that Axel didn't just let him out of that.
Axel may look at this match as sort of a warm-up for Mr. Fritzoid. He's going to need all the practice he can get.
And what a contrast of styles between these two guys.
Fritzoid's the high flyer. Fans at ringside, he does have a following for some reason. Maybe they're just so impressed with him, his ability. Look at that. Talk about cocky. He knew he wasn't going to get.
Did you say Cockney? Cockney.
Either one. I'm not sure if he's from that part of England. Joe DiCarlo is showing that he's the law and order in the ring there, and is not about to take any garbage from Mr. Rotten.
No matter what accent he has. Rotten, with a handful of hair, introduces Mr. Wisman to the top turnbuckle.
There is steel underneath that pad. Once again, picking him up by the hair into the body slam position. Dropped him down like it was nothing. Oh, there's a man this size going up on the ropes.
London Bridge is about to fall down. Boom!
Oh! Gosh, 301 pounds or whatever it is, right down into the throat. Forget it. Let's take a look at it.
Your winner, Axel Rotten.
He goes up to that middle rope and just gets him saying goodnight.
Destroys him with an elbow smash and just dumps him like yesterday's rubbish, I guess you could call it.
Axel Rotten, your winner. We've got more action coming up, including one half of the Lords of Darkness against half of Dixie Devastation when we return. And which one's Agony?
We weren't quite sure, but Agony is scheduled to take on Mr. Lawler. Let's see who gets into the ring.
And I think we had it wrong last week.
We were wrong. Oh, well.
Well, the Lords of Darkness, shrouded in secrecy, didn't want to tell us anything. But we do know who the man in the ring is, known as the Stonewall, 1/2 of Devastation.
Dixie Devastation. His partner, the Cajun Brawler, Bubba Monroe. Bubba is sort of Johnny's teacher, trainer,
And
master, I guess.
I understand Johnny used to spread a rumor about his connection with a man that I've worked with, Jerry the King Lawler, and I don't think the King appreciates that too much.
We won't even go into it. As Agony goes right into some shoulder blocks, Mr. Lawler going for a hip toss. No! Agony powers Lawler right over. Lawler has to run about close to 300 pounds. Agony with a quick cover on Johnny Stonewall Lawler. Into a small package. Agony trying to get the victory right away here this week. Interesting how two tag teams breaking up into singles competition. I guess with that UIW tournament coming up, everyone wants to be a part of it.
Plus, the other members of the tag team, as Agony gets a count of 2 on Johnny Stonewall Lawler. There you see Bubba Monroe.
As Johnny Stonewall Lawler throws Agony out, follows right out after him. See, this is where it gets real touchy with the partners being at ringside.
That's what I was about to mention. Usually, athletic commissions will not allow you to do this, but in this special situation, they said, I believe it was probably the Lords of Darkness saying, if both members, and there you see
there
why.
you see. Kane is being distracted by Johnny while Bubba goes to work on Agony. Driving his head right down into the canvas. They definitely have a plan, Dixie Devastation. There you see that Confederate flag. It says the South will rise again. I don't know about that. Agony trying to get to his feet, but is knocked right back down by a headbutt. Johnny Stonewall Lawler. These guys are Civil War buffs, both Johnny and Lawler.
Obviously not history majors because they forgot who won.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was close. The hand was on its way down to 3.
I couldn't tell, but Pee Wee Yo looked like he almost had a count of 3, and I think Bubba thought it was a count of 3.
It's Johnny choking blatantly in the corner. He's got 5 to break it, or he's out of here. He stopped at 3. Laying some chops into the chest of Agony. Now choking him blatantly on the ropes. Gonna have to break it once again. He's got 5 now. No, you don't do what you want, Johnny.
Pee Wee Yo, despite his lack of size, not taking anything from the big man from Dixie, I guess you could say.
I've been the 3rd man in the ring in the past. I know what it's like, and Pee Wee's got to stand up to them. As he literally just tossed Agony into the corner, Agony down. Agonizing clothesline by Johnny. This guy has only been wrestling maybe 6 months or so, Johnny Stonewall Lawler, but Bubba has really brought him a long way in that time.
The teacher and the pupil, you've heard the story so many times.
Sending him up for a neck breaker. That will definitely damage the vertebrae if they're cover. 2 count.
Now, one thing that Bubba obviously has to teach him is if you're going to cover a man, put your weight on him, and especially
hook the leg
with
while you're at it.
287 pounds, you'd think he might want to use some of his weight there. Excuse me, 284.
Yeah.
I've been corrected by a certain fan of Dixie Devastation.
Inexperience showing through. But no, that was quite impressive there. Agony started to power out of the wrist lock, but Johnny turned it right into a short arm clothesline pinfall combination.
Well, he had the right idea. He put his weight on top of it, but he forgot something.
Got to wait for the 3 count. I don't know if Bubba's too happy about that.
Now,
head scissors by Johnny now on Agony, trying to cut off that wind at the source.
Plus also putting a lot of pressure on the carotid arteries. And he may just try to put him out here.
Nice shot of Agony as hooping at his nose.
Agony in agony here.
Covering up all of the air entrances. As Johnny, he let go for some reason. Maybe he didn't feel like it was right. There's that suplex that he loves so much, that double underhook. He does that well, I'll give him that. Goes for a cover once again, pulled that arm in, but no, the leg. Johnny pulled the arm in, but the leg got stuck out onto the other leg. Agony not quite out of it as we might think. He has the presence of mind to put those feet up.
I think Mr. Lawler's upset.
Oh. Well, he's doing anything he can to impress his mentor. Ooh.
Agony Dentistry
Chin to the top
Society
of the
then?
head. Going for a cover once again. He definitely wants a victory.
Now once again, it's 1, 2, 3, Mr. Lawler. It's not 1, 2, pick him up. But that's what he was getting him ready for, that snap neck breaker.
I know Bubba taught him better, but these youngsters, they get really excited in there sometimes and forget obvious things like hooking the leg.
Of course, I understand from some people that he may not know what comes after too, so that may be why he's pulling him up. I don't
Pile driver setting him up, his patented maneuver of his namesake. No, he just got dumped. Agony able to power Johnny over as the makeup hanging off his face.
It's been a hard-fought match for Agony. That's for sure.
He hasn't really gotten much going yet. Perhaps he'll come up with something. Ducks under the clothesline, comes back. Boom! They nailed each other. Double collision in the middle of the ring.
Now, what's Bubba doing up there?
Bubba up on the ring apron. Watch out for Payne. He's arguing with Pee-wee. Wait a minute, he's reaching into his trunks, Craig. He just threw something to Johnny. Payne saw it too, but the referee distracted.
It was a chain.
A chain or something around his hand. He nailed Agony. Agony's down on the mat. Payne up on the ring apron. Wait a minute, Johnny's setting him up for another power driver. No! Payne comes up. Wait a minute. I think Pee-wee, yes! I think Pee-wee had the same problem we did.
That must have been it.
Wait,
but he's going to get it.
He got the victory anyway. A case of mistaken identity. The matching face paint coming in handy. Let's get the official decision.
Oh!
Wait a minute. Bubba is not happy with his pupil. He's kicking him. Wait a minute. I can't quite hear what he's saying. I can't believe that. Let's go. He's put.
I want to go to the replay here, but
wait. Let's try to hold here. Bubba Monroe literally chewing out Johnny Lawler in the middle of the ring. Johnny.
Well, let's go to the replay.
Okay.
You'll see. There it is. There's the switch right there.
Payne comes off the top rope with a flying cross body block right there. And Pee-wee couldn't tell the difference. Rolled over, saw one of the Lords of Darkness and counted the pin. But Bubba, there you see, back to the ring, Johnny.
And I think Bubba's going to take an exit without Johnny. We'll try to find out more about this, but we got to take a break. Back with more in a minute.
Bubba Monroe, I'm talking to you. Bubba Monroe, you get your butt back in this ring right this very minute. Get your butt back in this ring. I want some of you. I want some of you, Bubba. I want some of you.
As if he was going to fight, but now he's down on his hands and knees. He wants to shake hands and be friends again. Apologizing, I can't quite hear what he's saying. Looks like he may be apologizing and I'll never disgrace you again, he said. Begging for a forgiveness for that loss. This is really sad.
Well,
What do you make of that?
Well, I guess that they've made up, although that's the weirdest way of making up I've ever seen.
Bubba moments ago was pounding on Johnny. Johnny called him back to the ring, and now Johnny's begging for forgiveness for that loss. Shaking hands once again. Well, what looks like it might have been a split up of Dixie Devastation there turned out to be nothing more than a small disagreement. They seem to be back together. Division of the Army National Guard proudly.
Talk about a well-built individual. I know that's the old wrestling cliche.
Power is what this man is all about.
And, look who his opponent is.
I'm still not sure quite what happened at the end of that last match there with Johnny Lawler and Bubba Monroe. I almost thought they were going to break up for a second there and go at it. But
well, I'm sure we haven't seen the last of it, but I thought we had seen the last of Reggie Royce. Poor guy.
Oh,
he
he's
comes
trying
in.
his best.
You
got to give him credit.
Good sportsmanship move there by Neil the Power Superior.
What the UIW is all about, desire and wanting that victory. As Reggie Royce started out with a quick leg sweep. Neil the Power Superior. This guy I know he spends at least 6 days a week in the gymnasium.
Well, I think Reggie Royce spends at least 6 hours a week in the gymnasium.
And 6 days.
The Reggie fan club making their presence known. I think that's more out of sympathy than anything else.
Neil going right to a arm bar, twisting and turning the left arm of Reggie Royce. I think Reggie's bicep is about as thick as Neil's forearm. He is cut.
Now, if we go back to that long shot, you can actually see that Neil's biceps are almost as big as Reggie's legs. He is just powerfully built. Well, Reggie made
a quick shot, trying to turn it into looks like a backslide. He got him over. Upset? No.
I don't think so.
Jumping the gun a bit there. You got to give him credit. He tries. Neil going to shake good sportsmanship right there. It's what I like to see. We get so much of that fighting on the outside of the ring and choking with chains.
Well, Reggie got Neil off balance and
Neil going right back to the arm. Back him into the corner. Ooh, saw some skin fly off on that one.
Neil the Power Superior. Oh,
trying to get him out of the corner. Irish whip. Catches him. Press slam like it was a 75-pound barbell. Dumps him down.
Okay, so it was 85.
85. That's a routine exercise for Neil the Power Superior, that overhead press. Only instead of barbells, he's using Reggie Royce. Setting him up now for perhaps a shoulder breaker. No, drove him right into the corner. It just bounced right off back into his hands.
An interesting maneuver here.
Working on that lower back. Just turns into a power slam. Cover. 2. No.
Well, give Reggie Royce some credit. He's not going to give up.
No. Oh, wait a minute. This could be the Powerplex. Is it? Yes, the Powerplex. I guess version of the suplex. Setting Reggie literally on the top rope there. Climbing up, trying to hook him. Dangerous maneuver for both men. But if you hook it right, like that, you can get a pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Neil the Power Superior.
Your winner, Neil the Power Superior.
Hey, that's what you said, wasn't it? Let's take a look.
Echo in here. Let's go back, take a look at that Powerplex.
You were talking about the Powerplex. Very impressive maneuver as he gets a lot of height on it, and he comes down.
approaching the ring with his manager, Kevin the Truth Casey, weighing in at 256 pounds from the Paradise Knife and Gun Club in the Bronx, New York. Here is Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter. From Cairo, Egypt, he is the Golden Phoenix!
Every sense of the word as the Phoenix wastes no time in going to work on Max Thrasher. You remember several backdrops several weeks back. Kevin Casey and Max Thrasher nearly blinded the Golden Phoenix with power. And now the Phoenix is going to try to get revenge.
Now, remember, we saw Max Thrasher in action last week, and Casey wasn't with him.
He wasn't there. He's here now. His Chaos Enterprises group, consisting of...
I thought that was more like an uptown and out-of-town connection there.
Consisting of Max Thrasher and Mike Kalua as Golden Phoenix now. Going right in, Irish whip, hard elbow. Golden Phoenix, Craig, if you could have seen this several weeks back, I was so scared that Phoenix was blinded. They threw this white powder in his face. It was just despicable. Whoa! Ooh.
Now the Golden Phoenix with a high-risk cross-body block, trying to go for it, and once again, the big man, Max Thrasher, just out of the way.
Bounty ducked, and Phoenix went crashing down. Kevin Casey at ringside with that ominous golf club. Duck under, over, there. Kevin Casey tried to hook him, and Phoenix is not about to take it. Chasing him around the ring. Watch out for Thrasher, watch out! Oh, he got caught.
Into the ringside table. That's the timekeeper and ring announcer's
This is
table.
where Max Thrasher is dangerous. He is so dangerous.
What has he picked up
He's
there?
got a hammer or something. Security, please. Get some control. He hit him with the bell. And now he's ramming his head into the ringside table. This is
The only thing left there is the chair. And he didn't use it.
down here in the UIW.
Oh. Max
Watch
Thrasher
out.
totally out of control. I could see why you'd be a little bit scared of this guy.
He's got the look. Did he have no? He had something he was rubbing in his face there. Watch out for Casey. Pee-wee's gonna have to get some control. Look, Casey going up, but they're taking it out into the stands.
There was the chair. I said the chair was coming up, and I
Phoenix,
guess I
wait
was
a minute,
just...
Phoenix is, oh, wait a minute, watch out.
Oh, right on top of
He
the
nailed
head.
him with it, boom, boom, 3 times, 4.
Golden Phoenix trying to be the Cal Ripken with a chair, sending him out of here.
Yo, I don't know where he is as far as the count goes. They've got 10.
I think Pee-wee's counting this with calendar years. Ring the bell, but where is the bell?
I don't know.
There
it is. I think both men got counted out, Craig, and they're still going at it.
Where
Fans
are
at
they?
ringside, be careful. This is dangerous. These two gladiators just nailed him right in the gut.
And Casey's getting involved now that it's over.
He's got that golf club.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has ruled this match out of control. It is a double disqualification.
Trying to check Phoenix into the coat area. Didn't quite make it in, nailed his head right. Oh, he's dumping trash on him.
Oh, this is too much.
He's all night. He's got a plastic bag on that. He's coming.
Wrestlers are coming in from the back.
Can we get somebody from the back? We need some help out here to break this up. Can we have some people from the
I
back?
think he was trying to choke him with a plastic bag. Look, Kevin's fighting, trying to fiend them off with that golf club, trying to restore some order in the corner. Somebody.
We got to check on the Golden Phoenix right here. More help is coming out. He still has some life in him. Watch
he's
out.
Still going at Thrasher. They're still. All over the building.
Maybe things are going to calm down here, but no,
Thrasher
Thrasher's
just throwing people aside, trying to get. He wants more of Phoenix, I think. He's
Where
not
are they?
finished. Wait.
They just hit the camera.
They're going at it again. They're going at it again. We've got about 6 or 7 wrestlers out here, but they still can't break it up.
Everyone's scurrying out of the way.
I think maybe there. Looks like they've got.
They got to get him out of here.
Hey, UIW fans, here's your chance to write to your favorite UIW star. Just mail your letter, care of your favorite wrestler, to the address on your screen.
From Pacific's Palisades, Hawaii, King Kalua.
Just when you thought one bit of the truth was enough, here he comes again with the #1 free agent in the UIW.
We cannot. I wish we could get a break from this guy. We just had him leading Max Thrasher around the building. Him and Golden Phoenix, they're still cleaning up the mess from that. And now we've got King Kalua.
Gentleman, Jeff Collette is the opponent for King Kalua. And let's go back to last week. We heard some of the comments about Casey's plan.
His Chaos Enterprises group. He's got the #1 free agent in professional wrestling, King Kalua, and Max Thrasher. I don't see how he can go wrong. That is just to be able to have both of those men in your stable at once. Imagine them as a tag team.
Kalua, 260 pounds from Pacific Palisades, Hawaii. Now, I went to Hawaii last year to cover a sporting event. Gorgeous place.
Oh,
the
yeah.
people are all so nice. But where did this guy come from?
I don't know. I think Pacific Palisades. I'm not even sure which island that's on.
The one you don't want to go to, I guess.
Nonetheless, Casey pulled off a big coup several weeks back by signing this man.
He has actually signed
Yes,
this
he
man.
has actually signed him to Chaos Enterprises. Does that still make him a free agent?
I don't know. The way sports salaries and contracts go these days, who knows? Kalua
Opening
using
up.
those chops, very reminiscent of the Pacific-type wrestlers. Oh!
Nice combination there. This
Collette
man,
tried to get out of the way.
I know one thing about Kalua, though. He has wrestled all over the world, from Japan to Germany to here in the UIW. Oh, misses with an elbow smash. Jeff Collette had the presence of mind to get out of the way, goes right to work on that arm. That's smart wrestling.
Well, we've seen a lot of interesting relationships in the way they go in this hour. We've seen the breakup and makeup of
Johnny and
Bubba. And now we've seen the
Phoenix and Max Thrasher battling all over. I was afraid a fan was going to get hurt in that one.
and Casey's Chaos.
Jeff Collette trying to put a hurt on King Kalua with a flying cross body block down for the count. No. 2. Kalua, so surprise, caught into an arm drag. Walked right into it. And he walked right into it again.
He better get a TO here.
Yeah, he better bail out.
Oh,
He's got
Casey
10.
says TO, baby.
He's got 10. He better catch his breath and find his bearings here. Jeff Collette was on a roll there for a second.
Now, Kevin the Truth Casey, that's a sandwich, appropriate for managing a man from the Hawaiian Islands, I guess. A lot of sand around there. Good golf courses, too.
Trying to renew the confidence of King Kalua.
Gentlemen, Jeff Collette, very impressive in the early going in this match. Still to come on this hour of UIW, Bubba Monroe and Sledgehammer McGill.
It's going to be a goodie. Meanwhile, both men locking up in the center. King Kalua backing Jeff into the ropes. I don't know if we're going to get a clean break. I wouldn't have bet on it. Oof. Looks like he may know some martial arts, but he also knows some distraction techniques. And look at Casey. The referee has his back turned. Oh, and he followed it up with a clothesline and dumped Collette out onto the floor. Watch out for Casey. Look, the ref's back is turned. Had to get a boot in. Always has to have the last word, the last stop.
I'm honestly surprised with that golf club that the crowd doesn't yell "for" when Casey approaches. Pretty suplex there.
Brought him back in the hard way. A little tap of the fingers there.
Well, for all the attitude that King Kalua has, he can also back it up with his wrestling.
Going to work on Jeff Collette now with a body slam, jarring Jeff's back. He's climbing up the ropes. It's a long way to go, but he made it. Forearm across the chest area of Jeff Collette.
He went out of the picture and came right back into your picture.
Into it. Seems to be setting him up for something, perhaps. Driving his head into the corner turnbuckle. There's Casey again. You gotta watch him. Gotta keep an eye. See, that must be tough. It's almost like you're wrestling two men as he drives his head down into a bulldog, King Kalua. Jeff Collette was caught there off guard. Just nailed him with that bulldog. Could have broken his nose.
Trying to open up a hole like a Hawaiian volcano in the ring.
Speaking of volcanoes, boom! Talk about an explosion, the power bomb right there. King Kalua raising his hand in victory. He hasn't got the 3 counts yet.
Or would that be called the lava lifter?
Good name. Let's call it that from now on. I don't think he has a name for it. Picking him up. He's not finished. Again, more punishment. He's definitely trying to send a message out to the other competitors. He loves that maneuver. Coming off the ropes. Oh, that was nice.
A devastating backbreaker.
Atomic drop into a backbreaker. The #1 free
Ladies and
agent.
gentlemen, your winner, King Kalua.
And his manager, Kevin the Truth Casey. Let's go back and look at it, Craig. There you see King Kalua gave Collette an atomic drop, runs off the ropes, catches him.
And that's a very, very strange kind of
Hey, wait a minute.
backbreaker.
Wrestling fans, do you want to see live UIW action in your hometown? Just write to the address on your screen, care of Events Coordinator.
This is a case where Bubba says he's going to show Johnny how to wrestle. Are there problems between the teacher and the pupil? We'll have to find out. But I want to know a little bit about Sledgehammer McGill.
Sledgehammer McGill, a native of Baltimore, Maryland. Big favorite with the fans. A lot of times he'll come to ringside with a stack of pictures and give them out for free, autographed pictures. Something a lot of wrestlers won't do. They usually charge you for them.
For being such a nice guy,
Yeah.
he had a pretty mean look there
He
a moment
throws,
ago.
Craig, let me tell you something. He throws one of the highest and hardest hitting drop kicks I think you'll ever see. Hopefully we get to see that here today in this match. TV main event.
Yeah, tough customer. Bubba Monroe, 248 pounds from down in Louisiana, I guarantee.
Yes. Both men circling each other now, getting ready to do battle, locking up in the center. Whoa, going right to a wrist lock. Sledgehammer McGill showing his strength. Bubba, he's always talking in that ring, always talking.
Why don't we just give him a mic and let him do his own commentary?
Back sledge into the corner. You're not going to get a clean break from Bubba Monroe as he heel throw right out into the center of the ring. Nice maneuver by Bubba. Irish whip. Puts his head down. Backdrop. Got him up in the air. Sledge landed right on the tail of his spine. Motioning to Johnny Lawler, sitting quietly at ringside. There you can see him in the corner. Watching carefully, taking notes perhaps, as the brawler goes to work.
We talked about the contrast of styles in a couple of matches as the brawler goes for the count but only gets one. Here is an athlete against a sheer brawler.
Exactly. His name says it all, the Cajun Brawler against a muscular athlete. Like I said, he's got that devastating drop kick.
Bubba Monroe with a head into the turnbuckle, and Sledgehammer McGill feeling the effects of the Cajun Brawler, Bubba Monroe, and just a chop to the upper back. That's what I haven't seen, but I think Sledgehammer's said, I've had about enough time to take charge here.
Coming out of the corner with some forearms and an Irish whip to the rope, setting low.
Pretty
Went across
clothesline.
the throat, cover, 1, 2. 2 count only. Bubba was able to get that shoulder out, or else it would have been curtains. The Sledge in control. Side headlock turning it into a suplex combination, perhaps hooking the tights. Can he get him over? Yes.
Well, when you've got the strength of Sledgehammer McGill,
Cover. 2 count only.
thought he almost had him there.
Ominous tattoos all over Bubba Monroe's body.
A lot of people have different feelings about tattoos. Personally, I don't.
I'd be scared to get
Yeah.
one. I'd have to be like, well.
No, never mind. Oh, big chop by Sledgehammer McGill.
Reach out and touch someone. That's what he did. The snap mare right out of the corner into a chin lock twisting combination.
You have to wonder what's going through the mind of Johnny Lawler.
Sitting quietly. There, look, he's got his head down.
He's almost pouting like a widow kid.
Like he's punished.
Oh, what a snap!
Snapped the neck right over.
Well, there he is. He looks like a kid who's been told by his teacher to
Oh,
sit
wait
in
a
the
minute.
Uh-oh.
Make a wish. He's going to have to go above the waist, but he opted for the thigh there.
Trying to take some of the bass out of his voice.
It's got to be scary having your legs spread open like that with a man standing above you. You're at his
Dave,
mercy.
we want to stay on the air, so let's get back to the action. The
Bubba
toe hold
Monroe.
there. Trying to...
Toe hold. Oh, he got to the rope. He's going to have to break it.
That not only stretches out some of the ligaments, but also goes to work on that hamstring, which if the hamstring's not working, you're not going to be able to watch. And the double axe handle by the Sledgehammer to the back of the neck.
You have to break. Sledgehammer whipping, tip to the ropes, back to awfully close to the ropes. Almost flew out of the ring on that one. Bubba Monroe in pain.
Bubba very happy for the high ceiling in this auditorium. Otherwise, he might have been stuck in the rafters. Neckbreaker by Sledgehammer McGill. That could do it.
2 count only. Bubba's bailing out. Where's Johnny? There he is. He's getting up.
Well, Bubba said he was going to show Johnny how to wrestle. So far, the lesson has not quite been taught here.
Bubba bailing out, trying to catch his breath, talking to Johnny. Wait a minute, watch them. I just saw Bubba reach down into his tights, Craig.
Now,
I don't know if you caught that.
Remember,
Earlier,
there was a
that
chain
chain,
involved.
Watch it. Pee-wee, I don't think he saw it. That was so sneaky the way they did that. Watch it.
Sledgehammer McGill with a very wary look on his
I don't
face.
know if he saw it. Look at that, Mr. Innocence there. But there you see that right hand.
Either he has an abdominal pain or he's got something cut in.
Hand off. I don't know. I can't
Well
tell.
executed.
I couldn't tell. That if they did hand something off, I didn't see it. Wait, the fans getting one, and Bubba, perhaps Pee-wee, now he's going to check him. See, he must have handed it off. Look at Bubba laughing behind Pee-wee's back.
I never thought of Bubba as the strutting type. And lock up again, collar and elbow tie up, a knee to the midsection, followed up by a chop.
Into the
by the
ropes once
Cajun
again.
brawler.
Whips him off, high backdrop, second one we've seen in this match so far by the Cajun brawler.
Well, this is what he's known for, the brawling
Here we go.
tactics.
That closed fist. That's money out of your pocket. Wait a minute. Watch Johnny. Look, now he's biting his ear.
Now, there's not one recipe of Justin Wilson in his entire Cajun cooking class that has anything to do with an ear.
I don't even think Cheyenne pepper would make it taste much better. Takes him to the ropes. Wait!
Right
Watch
to
that,
the top of the
watch that
head.
right hand. He's got. That's a pinfall. Wait, watch his hand.
He did have something in his
He
hand.
did have something. Pee-wee did not see it, and that's all that counts.
Oh, boy.
Let's get the official word here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Bubba Monroe.
The match is over, Bubba.
You know, I tell you something. I think Sledgehammer may need a partner to have to put up with these two guys. A good guy might be Mr. Bojangles
Hey,
to
that
team
would
with him.
be a great match.
We're going to wrap this edition up. Once again, it's been great being with you, but I will see you next week.
Next week, please be back, Craig. Thanks.
There you have it, fans. Another exciting hour of Universal Independent Wrestling action. On the card this week, you saw the surprise appearance of Rasta the Voodoo Mon in the Monster Minute. Your winners this week: AJ Fritzoid, the Wild Thing; Axel Rotten, Neil the Power Superior; and the #1 free agent in professional wrestling, King Kalua. You also saw Bubba Monroe defeat Sledgehammer McGill due to the foreign object. And in the big feature match, Max Thrasher the Bounty Hunter and the Golden Phoenix in a double DQ. We'll see you next week.